Hey y'all, welcome back to Zesty Thoughts, episode 11 with your host Annábla. So I have a handful that are very, very particular, very niche thirsts, but they have been consuming me this whole week and just bringing me so much joy. And the first one is YouTube, like ambiance videos. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, there's this whole side of YouTube where like different creators basically make like kind of like soundscapes, but they'll have like a set background for the whole video. So it'll be like a European sidewalk cafe, like on a rainy day in like golden hour. And it's like, that's the backdrop the entire time. But like things are kind of like moving. But it's staying that same shot the whole time. And then there's like jazz in the background. Or like another one specifically that I was listening to that's a little bit different was a playlist for walking through Monet's garden. So that was like, there was like Monet artwork in as the backdrop. And then the music was like classical and like, you know, relaxing, like instrumental music. But specifically like the inside cafes where there's like a fireplace and like tables and like a coffee bar and like things like that, or inside like a living room or like a log cabin with a fireplace set up and, you know, it's like raining outside. So there's rain sounds in addition to the music, or like I said before, the European like sidewalk cafe. I've actually watched a few that were like specifically like beach side, like one with a hammock, one that was just like on like a pier, like in, I don't even know, some off of like a lake, and your like feet are dangling off the pier kind of thing. And you can like look out onto the lake, you know, and I just can't get enough of these. I don't really have a specific one that I'm like going for at all times. Like I will just go with whatever shows up on my recommended page on YouTube. And if I see one that piques my interest, I just throw that baby on. Sometimes I throw it on when I'm just chilling on the couch, if I'm drinking coffee, eating breakfast, reading, doing whatever. Sometimes like before I go to sleep, I'll put one on to just like set the mood. And sometimes I've seen one where it's like a nighttime one that's supposed to be kind of like lullabies and like relaxing music, like certain frequencies and stuff to like help you go to sleep. So I listen to some of those too, but either way, long story short, I am just obsessed with them. So if you have not seen this side of YouTube, just go and search like a specific ambiance that you would want. Italian, like countryside, you know, like literally anything that your heart could possibly think of. I was looking at one the other day that was like, it looked like a New York City like sidewalk during fall with like pumpkins and it was like the leaves were falling and it was like I was like, I just want it to be fall. That's another like layer to this, is that sometimes when I'm trying to get into the holiday spirit or into the vibe for whatever the season is, the current season, or like the season that I want it to be, like even in like spring, like I was watching like beach and like summer like ambiance videos, and then now I'm starting to slowly dive into fall themed ambiance videos and soundscapes, and those are like immaculate. Those are like my favorite of all of them. I mean, the holiday ones, like Christmas, winter ones, are also amazing, where it's like snowing. You can see the snow through the windows, or like log cabin. Those ones are amazing too, but just in general, such a dream. So look up whatever your heart desires, whatever you're craving, wherever you like want to be. It just like transports you into that other space. And I could not praise that side of YouTube enough. I'm literally obsessed with it. It's something that I've been into for like ages now, but I now find myself sometimes at work, if I'm like stressed or if I'm a little tired or if I'm feeling like my energy is off or if I just need to like have a zen moment, I will just go on YouTube, find one that looks really, nice and relaxing. And then I will just put it on, put in my headphones, noise cancellation, and I will just picture myself there, place myself there. And it is just like the best. I'm getting like happy just thinking about it. It is the best thing to like get me centered and out of whatever, chaotic energy I'm in sometimes, especially at work. Sometimes if I have a gap between students, like there are a million other lessons going on at the same time, and I can hear them from inside of my lesson room. So even if I'm not with a student, it's still kind of like loud and chaotic. So that is like the perfect thing to kind of let me escape for 30 minutes and eat my lunch or just chill, meditate, whatever. So that is my first thirst of the week. My second thirst of the week is kojic acid. So specifically, I have a kojic acid soap. These were soaps that were like, it's a product that like has been trending on TikTok for, I don't know, like a year or so. It's just been like a really popular product. But I've done like further research. There are a few like dermatologists that have YouTube channels that I am subscribed to, and I watched their videos, like board certified dermatologists. I watched their videos with, further description on what kojic acid is, what the benefits are, the best way to use it, and all of that. And I personally suffer from hyperpigmentation. I have really fair skin, so when I have any type of blemish, it like sticks out like so, like it just sticks out like a sore thumb, and it's really hard to conceal. And at the same time, it lingers. Like I definitely have that aspect of it where like it turns dark and then it's like there for like ages after. So obviously that's hyperpigmentation, like 101, So I had always just used like vitamin C products and, like a weekly like AHA, BHA, like exfoliant. And I had seen some progress over time with products like that to help with like my skin tone overall, but nothing that really was like preventative. Like I would still like get those dark spots. Those products would just help them kind of fade over time. But kojic acid has made such an immense difference in my hyperpigmentation. It's like not even funny. Like this is a full-on ad for kojic acid, and it's like you could get any kind. You would probably just have to like patch test and see what, formulation percentage or like what application style would be best for you. I use a soap, and ironically enough, I have extremely sensitive skin. I usually just stick to Dove soap, the moisturizing one, the sensitive skin one, because it's like the only one that doesn't dry out my skin. So usually I use that, but I found a kojic acid soap that does not irritate my skin. And I'm so shocked by that. I anytime I get like gifted soap or like any type of like scented soap, like at this point in my life, I've just given up on even trying them because my assumption is that they're going to irritate my skin. I'll maybe try it for 1 day or 2 days. And then after that, it's like I can already tell if I'm going to be able to use up the rest of the bar or not. So then I'll just use it for like hand soap instead of like for my full body. But the one that I found doesn't irritate my skin. It doesn't dry out my skin at all, and I just like moisturize like normal, and it's not irritating at all. And it has made, I've only been using this product for about a month, like maybe just over a month, and it's like insane the difference that it has made in preventing my like dark spot, preventing my dark spots and my hyperpigmentation. So kojic acid, I guess, is something, don't quote me on this. Look up on your own, like, dermatologist talking about this, but apparently it is sourced from like mushrooms, and it is the active ingredient, like chemically what it does is it helps to prevent the production of like melanin that's associated with hyperpigmentation. So if you have a blemish or acne or some type of irritation where like the body's normal reaction would be to like create melanin, then like it prevents that in some way. So I don't know, don't quote me on that. I'm not a dermatologist or anything, but research it yourself. You can also apply it just topically in like a serum form. But I tried the soap and it's working for me. So like I'm going to stick to it. And I literally got it on TikTok Shop. Like I was, like most people, kind of sussed out by TikTok Shop. I was like, I don't know if I should trust this, but it's amazing. Like the soap was great. And everything else I've gotten from TikTok Shop, knock on wood, to this day has been great. So that is my second thirst of the week, kojic acid. It is a massive lifesaver, and I have noticed such a big difference in my hyperpigmentation and like the evenness of my skin tone since I have used it. And the results were pretty quick. So I'm going to continue using it to see if that's going to be like an ongoing thing. And I'm so excited for it. Okay. My third thirst of the week is slime, and slime videos specifically on TikTok. But this one account that I found called OG Slime, I went into like an endless pit one night watching OG Slime videos. And I have found a few of the slimes that I would want to purchase, like that I like biblically need, and all of the ones that I want are sold out. So this is a cry for help to OG Slimes. Please restock the following slimes so that I can purchase them. The first one is Lake OG. I will be inserting photos here so that you all can see what I'm talking about when I mean I need these slimes and I need them bad. I need them yesterday and they're all sold out. So if I don't get them, it's going to be a problem. Lake OG. Okay, the second one is green tea. I mean, I just love the smell of green tea to begin with, but like, beautiful. Mouthwash. The mouthwash one, it's speaking to me. I need it so bad. Vapor balm. That's another one. The texture to me, I just like, I need it. I need to touch it so badly. And then the last one is blue lace agate. Oh my gosh, I can just tell from the texture of the vapor balm and the blue lace, like, oh my gosh, I need them now. And the clear ones are all insane. Like there's actually like a pine sol scented and like kind of like inspired one. And then there's like a Fabuloso one. Oh my God, all of those. There's like a Tide one even. All of those are also insane. Those would be like a runner up. I mean, they went crazy, and there's literally a gasoline one that apparently smells like gasoline, which is crazy because I like low-key like the smell of gas. Like, I don't know that I would like actually like, go crazy. But if it was like in a slime form and it was like clear and like the color, dude, I don't know. I don't know if anyone can relate to this, but the slime TikToks have me in a chokehold, like a near chokehold. When I get into a slime rabbit hole, I can't escape it. It's like you'd have to pry my phone out of my cold dead hands in order to get me away from slime videos. I watch them and they give me so much dopamine. It's like insane. And I love them so much. All right, y'all, into the next segment, because while I was so joyfully discussing all of my wonderful thirsts for the week, I did in fact remember my hot toddy take of the week. And I didn't write it down when I thought of it this week. And then it just pinged right back into my brain. Okay, y'all. So I did, in fact, remember a hot toddy take that I thought of this week because I thought it would be really cutesy and really demure to buy a celery juice when I was at Trader Joe's last week. Now, I've tried celery juice before, but like, let me rephrase that. I've never had like straight celery juice before and ever enjoyed it. I will put celery in a green juice that I make that will also be accompanied by like dino kale, ginger, lemon, apple, pineapple, parsley. Like it will be amongst other things. And the blend of those things, it's like fine and it works. But straight celery juice is like actually so repulsive. Like I can't. I think it's crazy too because I love savory things. But like there's just something about the saltiness of straight celery juice that like just like my body rejects it. I can't drink it. It's like gross to me. I would have to mix it with something else. Like it's kind of reminds me of like when you drink an electrolyte, like Liquid IV or something, like a hydration packet, that like saltiness, except like those packets are flavored like sweet. So like they taste good, but like celery is like that, but it doesn't taste good. Like it's just gross. I can't understand how people just like on the daily muscle down celery juice. To me, it's kind of the same thing as like aloe vera juice. If it's like sweetened or flavored, like I can kind of do it, but the texture and the taste of it is just like, it's rough. It's really rough. And I can do like bitter green juices. I can do like ginger shots. Have never done a wheatgrass shot. That is something that I am very scared. I'm very scared to try a wheatgrass shot because I feel like that will be the same thing for me, like with celery, that I'm just gonna like not be a fan. But maybe I should try a wheatgrass shot this week and then let y'all know how I feel about it, because that is one that I have never attempted. But yeah, celery juice I think is disgusting. I think it only belongs like with other things or like in like a Bloody Mary or something. Like maybe even like a dirty martini. I feel like you could do like olive brine and like celery juice and it could like maybe make sense, but like I don't know, dude. To me, it just doesn't add up. And I call BS on all these people that are just like claiming that they drink it on the daily. It's disgusting. And it's not like AG1 greens. Like I know it doesn't like taste good or like Bloom. When you have straight celery juice, it tastes like armpit. Like it tastes like salty armpit. It tastes like sweaty armpit after you've been in like a sauna. And no one can convince me otherwise. I think it's disgusting. If I can mix it with other things, it'll mask it and I won't have to taste it and it'll be fine. But like by itself, that is armpit. I don't care what anyone else says. Okay, so my out-of-pocket student quote this week is actually really funny. So for those of you that don't know, if you're not in the loop, or if the idea of when school starts is just like not even on your radar because you aren't any really associated with any children or like work with children, this week, last week, and this coming week are kind of like back to school. So a lot of my students are starting the new year. They have new teachers. They have either new schools, new friends, whatever, new chapters in their life. And so I've been asking all my students at the beginning of each lesson, like this week and last week, like, oh, how's your, when's your first day of school? And then when they tell me, oh, it's my first day of school, I ask them how it was. Like, oh, did you like your teacher? Did you meet any new friends? What did you do? What did you do on your first day? Just to chat it up a little bit and get the kids talking about that and get them to open up, because I like to make that connection with the kiddos. And one of my students today, she's like a 9-year-old girl. And I was like, oh, sweetie, how was your first day of school? Because I knew that she had started on Monday. And she was like, oh, it was pointless. Next year I'll just skip. Same, girl. I was like, oh, really? I was like, yeah, first day of school, like, you don't really do anything. Like, it's kind of just to like meet the teacher and maybe meet new people in the class and like make name tags. Like, that's what we did on my first day of school. And we would like maybe get a lesson plan or like an overview of what we're going to learn in the year. But like, that's it, like you don't learn anything and it's kind of pointless. Like, I get what she was saying. And she's like, without a doubt, I would skip it next year. Like, next year I'll just skip school. And I was like, oh my God, you're 9 and you're going to skip school? You're 9, dude. That's crazy. I get coming from a high schooler, like it'd be kind of funny, but I was like, wait, what? You're going to skip school in 5th grade? Are kids skipping school in elementary school? That was not something that was ever on my radar till like high school. I don't even think people at my middle school were skipping. Either they were and I just like wasn't friends with those people, or like they didn't talk about it. But I feel like I didn't hear people talking about, oh, do you want to skip? Or like, oh, let's skip this class or whatever until high school. So that's crazy that a 9-year-old was telling me that. She's like, yeah, next year I'm just gonna like my mom will drop me off and I just like won't go in. She's like, I'll just like wait in the bathroom, sit on my phone. Like, what? You think that's gonna work? You're gonna be marked absent and then they're gonna call your mom, dude. Like, you can't, nowadays you can't like get away with that, really. You're gonna be so in trouble, dude. I was like, okay, good luck with that, but I'm like, maybe her mom's like on board. Maybe like the parents are like, yeah, first day is like whatever, we're still on vacation, sorry, or if like got delayed, we can't make it to the first day. Like, that I get. If it's gonna be pointless, I feel like that would be a cool thing to do for your kids. Just like, give them an extra like day or two of summer. If they're not actually learning, like, just let them skip. Just let them skip. It's kind of like that in college too. Like, I feel like sometimes the first class of a semester in university is literally just like going over the syllabus. And it's like, if it's on like Canvas or like some other like school website, or if it's already been emailed to you, then like, why am I going to show up and we're going to go over what I can just go over myself? Like, to me, that was pointless. There were a handful of like college classes that I skipped the first class, or like I would like hang out for like a few minutes. And then once I realized that's all we were doing, like I would leave, and a lot of other students would leave, or professors. I had some professors that were really cool and they would like message us beforehand and just be like, oh, just review the syllabus. That's all I'm going to be doing in today's first class. So like, if you want to review on your own and you don't have any questions, then like, you don't need to come. It's fine. Or they would just, have everyone review it before the first class. And then if you have questions, like show up and ask. Or they'd like review it in the class for like 5 minutes and be like, yeah, so like these are the assignments that are due and when they're due. These are when the exams are. And yeah, that's pretty much it. My office hours are this time. And yeah, like I feel like the first class is pointless. So I get what she's saying there, but I just thought it was so funny. Like, a 9-year-old, dude, that's crazy. You're going to skip? You're going to skip the first day of 5th grade next year? Nice try. Anyway, y'all, thank you so much for joining for episode 11. I hope that you have a fantastic rest of your week and a wonderful weekend, a fun weekend, and I will see you next week. Bye.